Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain and I am using them under the Fair Use Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Listen, I am not posting a video on Saturday out of respect for Philip and his funeral, and I will return with regularly scheduled programming on Sunday, but this is going to be my video for today. And this video is focusing directly on what's happened with Meghan Markle since Harry went to the UK. Here we go. So the first thing that occurred was we were told that Meghan was advised not to fly to the UK for Philip's funeral. Very convenient, seeing as how the UK doesn't want her there anyway. She claimed she was too pregnant. She's heavy with child. She's going to be giving birth imminently. Of course, we found out later on the baby's not due for another 3 months. And she was even more pregnant than she is now when she flew to New York for a baby shower. So we all knew that was just a bunch of bunk. How many times have I told you guys that she will never step foot on UK soil again? So the next thing came out was that she told friends, who we know her friends don't talk to the media without her permission. She told friends she didn't want to go to the funeral because she didn't want to be the center of attention. She said that she adored Philip and they had a special bond. And yet she trashed Philip's family in an Oprah interview while Philip lay dying in the hospital. Those statements did not go down well with people because people felt whether she was there or not, it doesn't change anything that's going on. And she seems to think that Philip's contribution to the UK for 70-something years doesn't matter. It's all about her. And let's not forget that by putting out these headlines constantly while all this is going on, she is headline grabbing. I think she can't stand to not have the light shown on her. On another note, I am sure she has Harry on a very short leash. I'm sure she's calling him every 5 minutes trying to control things from California. Then her camp put out this next story, which was just ridiculous. She's ready to forgive the royal family and put their differences aside, which I find absolutely shocking. Her own father set up some pap shots because he said he wanted to look better, not like a big fat slob in the public's eye. I mean, people get that, but she cut him off for that. But yet she trashed Harry's family and she's ready to forgive them. I mean, I want to throw up. I don't think this family should have anything more to do with either one of them. I think titles should be stripped. I think they should be thrown to the wolves. Bye-bye. So then the whole thing came out about the uniforms because Harry would be the odd man out. Oh, well. And so with that, Meghan's camp put out another story that she's going to make private arrangements to honor Prince Philip from California. You guys, I mean, I think she's pretty much shown that she's all about the limelight and she's still trying to grab the attention. It's just so shocking that she can't shut up. And of course, then it came out that the second that funeral's over, Harry's getting on a plane and he's getting out of there, which I also find very convenient. Let's be honest, he's in quarantine, then he's going to go to the funeral, and the family doesn't trust him anymore, so they're not going to have any major meetings with him. I mean, obviously, anything they say to him is going to end up being spouted on Good Morning America with Gayle King. And because of what Harry did, when William spoke with Harry, once Harry got to Frogmore, I'm sure it was something along the lines of, you better behave yourself, you're not walking next to me. Stuff that was probably very generic, just in case Harry was taping the phone call. Then I saw Alan Jones and what he had to say. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing for you, but if there was ever a man who said what I was thinking, this is it. Listen to this.
Saturday nears for the service to bid farewell to Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. The focus continues on the two people who seem unable to confront both truth and reality. Meghan Markle stays in California. The first report said the doctors wouldn't allow her to fly because of her pregnancy. Today we learn the baby isn't due until June. And she'll go on maternity leave in a matter of weeks. Leave from what? Then we learn in another report, leaked from the Markle camp, that this good and considerate Meghan didn't want the centre of attention to be taken away from the royal farewell to Prince Philip. Which is it? Or didn't she want the Queen to see Harry's son? Wouldn't that gesture have put a smile on the Queen's face?
Then he paid a tribute to Prince Philip, which I found absolutely touching and spot on. And he put the attention where it should be and where it should have been all along, I'm Prince Philip.
Well, when it comes to being an outsider in the royal family, Philip knew more than Meghan ever would. Personal suffering? Meghan Markle isn't even in the race. Prince Philip was exiled from his birthplace at 18 months. His mother was sent to an asylum when he was 9. He was shipped to England without a father or a mother. He gave up his right to inherit the Greek throne in order to serve the woman he loved, Princess Elizabeth. He was Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark, linked to Queen Victoria. But his father was expelled from Greece, and the Mountbattens took Philip under their wing. Philip's father had abandoned him, a far cry from Meghan Markle, who abandoned her father and hasn't spoken to him. The father's not even seen his grandson. What daughter would do that? But she whines and complains. Prince Philip's own flesh and blood were forbidden from attending his wedding because his 3 sisters had been on the side of Germany during the war. Harry and Meghan weren't comfortable about the assertions of racism in the royal family, if indeed they existed, which I doubt. But Prince Philip was regularly called Phil the Greek. He didn't do a long TV interview complaining about it. As the BBC said last weekend, his childhood was stalked by exile, mental illness and death. Philip's sister died in a plane crash. The ultimate lesson Prince Philip teaches us all: the woke era has little to recommend it. Prince Philip was the embodiment of the old era. It seems his passing has given us a new awareness of its values, and that may be his ultimate legacy. Meghan and Harry have a lot to learn this weekend. Preferring royalties to the royal family doesn't wash with decent people.
I was not going to do a Fin update, but people are actually writing that they miss the fact that I'm not updating you guys on Fin, so here's a short little update for you. You guys know that I'm obsessed with his ears, so this is what I noticed when we were out walking the other night with him. Watch this. So the ear on the left is bouncing. The ear on the left is bouncing, and the ear on the right is stiff straight up. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's hilarious. Bouncy ear on the left, stiff straight on the right. Oh, that's so funny. For those who have asked, I have yet to receive his DNA test back yet, but I will let you know the second I do. To those of you in the UK and of course around the world, I just give you my deepest condolences. I am so sorry for the loss of Philip. I will be watching the funeral along with everybody else. And love and peace to everybody. Have a great day.